Some of you may have prayed or asked the Lord for an update as to those of you who are in divine separation. He hears your heart is wondering, well, what is my spouse going through? What are they feeling at this moment? This morning while I was out dropping off packages at the post office, I just felt sad and grieved. You will know if this is your message. This will serve as confirmation, not as something new. Many spouses who may have left, the rebellious spouse, the one that still has a wayward heart, the one that still has a prodigal mindset. Right now, they're grieving. They don't know what that grief is, what that heaviness is, what that burden is. Holy Spirit was saying the way that you felt when they first left, when the offense first happened, the betrayal that you felt, just that heartache, that sorrow, that mourning that you had, like waking up knowing that your significant other isn't right there. Or they're now feeling that. And this is for those of you who, again, you have done your heart work. Your spouse is now beginning to feel the grief that you once felt when they first left. But Holy Spirit also said it goes deeper than that. We are feeling what the Lord feels. Like he allows us to, he places that what grieves him grieves us. So when your spouse left, that grief that you felt, it's the same grief that the Lord feels when we leave him, when we reject him, when we go off to serve other gods and go off to commit spiritual adultery, and go into idolatry or go into just living life our own way, and we haven't laid down our will and submitted to his will. The Lord grieves over that. They don't know yet what that is. Holy Spirit is giving you insight into what's going on into their heart right now. They know what they feel, but they can't relate that I feel this because of that. Many of those spouses are trying to do things to numb that pain, to numb that void. For instance, staying busy, trying to sleep it off, trying to watch tons of TV, trying to distract themselves from feeling that. God is not lifting that feeling up. Like remember I said they have to feel it. They have to sit in it. For so long, he let them run from it. For so long, he turned the other way. He winked at it. He was giving grace, more grace and more grace. He was still covering that. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I also hear him saying, they're feeling like what it's going to feel like without the Lord's presence, where it's like he took his hedge of protection away from them. He lifted the favor off of them for a moment. They're now feeling what life is going to feel like with that counterfeit mindset, with that counterfeit way of thinking, with that false reality. They don't know this is what they're feeling. They just know that they're feeling it. But Holy Spirit is giving you language. Thank you, Holy Spirit, to what they're currently feeling. Now God is saying everything that they have tried to go to in the past, the things that they've tried to do in the past that brought them temporary fulfillment or temporary satisfaction, they don't even have the stomach for it anymore. They have to know what it feels like to be outside of the will of the Lord. Let me remove my presence. Thank you, Holy Spirit, because the Lord can't be in the presence of sin. Lord, remove their peace and their rest to draw them back to you. Remove every distraction to draw them back to you. Change their taste buds to draw them back to you. Let your will be done in their life. Holy Spirit also told me you could pray that, Lord, help them to not have to suffer longer than they have to.